Hi everyone, I'm David for Jedi Horsemanship, and this tip of the week is a question that comes from Deborah Skewis from, I believe, Elk, Washington. And her question is this: when I go to mount, my horse moves. I am a short person and my horse is 15.2 hands, so he is tall and my stirrups are very short. Please help. How do you get your horse to stand still? But the problem with the horse not wanting to stand still is actually just the symptom of a cause. Now, what causes a horse to move when he's being mounted? Now, I'll demonstrate on this mare, and she's kind of got a similar problem. So I'm going to see if she'll move. So basically, what people generally do when they get on their horse, the first thing they do is they just start riding off. Now what happens is that the horse starts to go, I get it. Every time you get on, we go. So then every single time you get on, they'll start anticipating it, and after a while they'll start going before you get completely in the saddle, and then now you have a problem with the horse not wanting to stand still. So the first step to solving this problem is, first of all, you want to make the horse want to stand still by the mounting block. And the way to do that is get control of their feet. Basically, you just want to get the horse going, and you can use a halter. Keep the halter on the horse underneath its bridle so that you can do some of these. And I'm just doing a basic sending exercise right here, having them go back and forth. The idea is that basically you just want to move their feet forward, backward, left, and right. The bigger the problem of the horse, the more you want to have their feet move. And then what you want to do is get it so that they want to rest by where the mounting block is. If they want to rest there, then they're not going to move when you want to mount them. I can get her going a little bit more here. So after you move their feet, bring them back over to where you're going to mount with them. But don't get on yet. Just have them stop right here and just let them rest right there. And then you might do this a couple of times. You might do this 3 or 4 times. Bring them over where you're going to mount them. Let them rest right there. Then take them away and work their feet. Move them forward, backward, left, and right until they are just wanting to stand here the entire time. Now, you wouldn't want to actually start mounting the horse until they're standing still here. Now, when you start to get on, first of all, one of the very first steps that you want to do is just get in part way. You don't want to get all the way up into the saddle. And if they move, the idea is to back them up. So if she moves, I'm going to back her up. I'm going to back her up really fast. And then bring her back over. You want to always bring them back over to where you have the mounting block. Don't move the mounting block. Okay? Have her stand there. If she moves again, I'd back her off and bring her back, and keep doing that until they stand still. And after a while, they're like, man, every time I move, I have to hustle my feet, so it's much better to stand still. Okay, the first thing you want to do, get up and just lean over their back, or you can put your foot in the stirrup, depending on whatever's easiest for you. And if she were to move, I'd get down and I'd back her off. Now, she's not moving, so I'm not going to do that. Just lean over the saddle, put your weight on it if you can. And she doesn't move, reward her. See, her release has to be standing here and relaxed. So now she moves. So I'll jump down and I'll back her off. And I'll back her off fast. You get to hustle your feet. Okay, and then bring her back over. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Now again, step up and put some weight on your horse. Or you can step in the stirrup. One of my favorite things, I like to step in the stirrup because sometimes they'll feel that. It's a little bit more difficult because I'm tall enough I don't need a step ladder. So the stirrup is pretty far down. I just step in the stirrup. Now she's moving off, so I'm gonna jump down and back her off. And you can do some more sending exercise with them. And the reason I want to put as much pressure as possible on them while I'm sending them around, so that when they get their release only when they're standing next to the mounting block. They get to relax only when they're standing there. If they want to move their feet, I let them move their feet, let them make the mistake, and then hustle their feet. Okay, bring her back over. Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool. All right. Again, now I'm going to do this without a mounting block because it's actually more difficult for me because I'm too tall for it. Stick my foot in the stirrup. If she were to move off, I'd get my foot out and move her back. So she's fine right there. I'm going to let her have that release. As long as she just wants to stand here, she had to rebalance, so that's fine. If she just wants to stand here, I'm going to let her relax. If she moves, we're going to hustle her feet. And you can jump down and reward her. Good girl. Good girl. And again, you might get a little bit further into the saddle this time. Each time you go a little bit more. She stands there. That's good. You can rub them all over. It's really good for them. It's just a basic desensitizing exercise. Good. Now I'll jump down again. Good. And reward them. She's just getting her reward right now. Her reward is standing still because she knows if she moves, she gets to hustle her feet around. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and mount up. Same thing. If she moves, as she moves even a little bit, jump down and move her feet. I'm just going to back her off this time. Back. And then bring them up back over to the same spot. Okay. Again. Good. Rub her all over. Good. Good girl. Down. Good. Again. So I'm going to get in. If she were to back off, or if she were to start walking ahead here, I would back her off with the reins, back her off to the same spot. Walk again. Every time she takes a step forward, I'd back her off like 4 or 5 steps, and then let her rest. A lot of people, when they get in the saddle, one of the first things they do is they grab the reins and then pull tight on their bit. What happens is that the horse may back up. So if you have a problem where the horse is backing up when you get in the saddle, that could be why. If you're holding on to those reins real tight, she's going to end up backing up for you. Now, one of the biggest things, again, to prevent this problem from reoccurring after you've solved it, don't get in the saddle and just ride off. Get up here and relax. Whatever you want to do that will just sort of like, you know, I'm just sitting here. I'm not in any hurry, not going anywhere, not doing anything. We're just going to stand here. And one nice thing to do, you can also flex them side to side. Just by pulling on one side. Good. And the other side. And every time you get in the saddle, every single time I get in the saddle, that's the first thing I do is just flex them side to side. I'm not in a hurry to get off, or if I am, I'm going to flex them quickly before we actually walk off. I never just get in and walk off, because again, that teaches that bad habit, and that's how they develop the problem. So once you get them still where they won't walk off, make sure you are not in a hurry to start walking. So that is our tip of the week on how to get your horse to stand still while mounting. And I'm David for Jedi Horsemanship. Thanks for watching.